and she says, you're missing the point. Believing is seeing, not seeing is believing.
Yeah. Seeing is
Believing is seeing.
Yeah.
And this is where psychology comes to our help. It tells us until we believe something, we don't see it. We don't see it. And this is, goes back to biblical times and back to Jesus, who says, it's done unto you as you believe, as you believe. He's introducing this psychological explanation for the dream, that we're seeing things because we believe them, but for no other reason than that. They're not factual, they're not the truth, they're not reality, they're simply beliefs. So part of A Course in Miracles is this dispelling of beliefs, which are based on untruth. They're based on a false idea. And when we go back to the problem, we see there's a fundamental thought, a fundamental problem that is untrue, but leads to a belief system. And that belief system then produces images that we see. And now we are convinced that this belief system is true because we're seeing the images that go with it.
Once you develop, though, a belief system, it really is difficult to present someone with an alternative once you are so entrenched in one way, in what you believe, I suppose. How then would you reach someone without being the insane person that doesn't believe something? So this goes in kind of both ways, if you say, because it's a cult-like mentality. So you see, and through history, see that adopted in various religious groups, a cult-like mentality where it's like, if you do not believe what we believe, then you are insane, you're going to hell, you're going to do this, that's going to happen, da da da. And then likewise in the modern paradigm, we're taught a version of history, we're taught a version of science, we're taught an absolute fundamental principles of where and who we are. And if you question those, if you dare question those, you are insane. And you're probably, some religious nut or some person that's in a cult. And actually that is still cult-like in itself.
It is.
So the only possible answer to get to closer to reality and closer to awakening is really to be so open, so radically open to the concept of something even greater than everything we've already been told.